We are on to our next section in InDesign, and we're going to be doing a spread, a 2-page spread like you would do for a magazine. So that is our next section. So in this section, make sure you download everything from Google Classroom. It looks like it would be like 2 images, the beach and the Travel Channel logo. To start off, we're going to do File, New Document, like always, but we're going to have to do some settings in here. So make sure you're on inches. We're going to do 8.5 by 11, but we're going to do 2 pages. And make sure right here your facing pages are connected. And we want to do the start page at 2, because if we don't, a booklet will start on page 1, and then your facing pages will not be beside each other because it's only 2 pages. So it is very important to do facing pages and start with number 2. Your margins are going to be 0.4, which I already have in there, and your bleed is going to be 0.125. So make sure everything's locked. And then you're going to hit create. And so now you will see that the facing pages are beside each other. If not, one would be up here and one would be down here because you don't have 2 pages, and that's usually set up for a booklet type thing where it'd be 4 pages. So hopefully that makes sense. You can play around with that option if you want to be able to see what I'm talking about. So our next thing we're going to do is going to go in and file, place our beach image in there. So take your tropical beach.jpg and we're going to place it into this document and click. So it kind of creates its own text frame. We're going to size it up to fit, and we want to make sure that the box fits in there with the bleed and all. So it's going to be a little short on the ends. I actually want, so this is what we're going after. Let's see what it looks like. I want it to look like that, so we're going to kind of squish our box up. Oop. Like that. So kind of estimate how much you want that to be. Right in there, because you can adjust it more. Now a quick way, I think we've talked about it, but just a reminder, if you have your frame fitting over here on the right side, bring it up under your palette, you can hit auto fill, auto fit, and it will auto fit in there. You can also have it auto fit to the top. See how that moves that to the side. So that is kind of a helpful tool on doing that. So it's up to you how much you want the beach to look like. It looks like they want to see a little bit more of the beach. See, it's filling that whole thing, so to auto fit it. But we're going to zoom in a little bit just to make it look a little better. So that's a quick tool to get your image to fit within your box. So we're going to use our eyedropper. Come over here. That's not our eyedropper. And you're going to sample the color from the sky above the palms, the top right. So click that sample color. It's in my stroke. And you're going to go over here to your swatches panel. And you're going to add a new swatch so you have that color. Double click on it, and we're going to make sure it is CYMK because pictures always come in as RGB. So we want to make sure that's CYMK. We're going to create a 17 wide, 17.25 wide box by 4.5. Oops, forgot my 4. Hit OK. It's already filled with that color. And we're going to line it to the bottom left all the way past the bleed, like that. and covers up the bottom part of the water of the tropical beach. Create a thin white rectangle to cover the split between the photo and the rectangle, and then we're going to put a drop shadow on it. So come in here, thin white line. So come in here and get your paper white. And then we're going to need to do a drop shadow. So come over here, get your effects panel under the properties. You can hit a drop shadow. So there's your effects. So it's kind of already having one, but we want our X to be a 0.05, so it's at 9, so we want a little less. And then our Y to be the same. And then our light from the top. So just make sure that the angle is going from the right direction. And hit OK. So now we're going to type the words. So create a text box. The worlds. And we're going to make this 60 points. And we're going to change it to impact. So we're going to do the worlds and make sure the leading on it is 72 points, which that's natural right there. And then we're going to do one space. Is that how it's doing it? Oh, enter. They mean enter. Do an enter. And we're going to do top 10 beach. So we'll do one space there. And then on this one, make it 90 points. So we're going to make it bigger. Beach, and then we're going to hit enter again. The space. We may need to make our box bigger. And then we're going to do 3 spaces over. And destination. And this one's going to be 60 points again with 72. So make sure that's capitalized. Oops. Like that. So you can play with the fonts a little bit. I mean, you never have to do exactly my fonts, just because I think we've experienced some in the fonts area, so you guys could probably pick out some nice fonts now, hopefully. So you will start to be graded on how you lay these out, and I'm going to be less descriptive on my videos, and so you can start really doing your own InDesign spreads. So just really pay attention to these videos, because here soon you're going to be doing them on your own with just little instructions. So we're going to do a white fill and a dark blue 2-point stroke and a drop shadow. So where is the white fill? Oh, the words are going to be a white fill. So turn that to paper white. Whoops. A white fill. And now you can't see it very well, so I'm pretty sure they're telling us to put, put a stroke on the actual words. So instead of clicking the box, you'll have to click highlight the actual words, and we're going to do a dark blue. So just kind of pick a dark blue stroke, and they're saying to do the stroke at 2 points. Probably to get your, where's my stroke at? Let's pull up your stroke, do 2 points, and I guess they do give a color. They want the color to be 100, 90, 10, and 0. So yeah, that color's good that I use. So make sure you're using that dark blue. And then we're going to do another drop shadow. So go to your, now you can just click on it like that. And then go to your effects again, hit drop shadow. The drop shadow is a 0.05. So type that in. And the size is 0.07, which is pretty close to that already. With 135 degrees, which that's where we're at now. So, and then hit OK. There you go, your words with the drop shadow. We're going to line the text up along the top margin, and we're going to split the BE in the gutter. So top margin and splitting the BE. So like that. Okay, so it looks like we're doing pretty good. Place the travel channel JPEG, and we're going to scale it 30%. So we're going to go back to our folder where we downloaded everything and grab the travel channel logo, hit open. Oops, I had it in that thing, so let's redo that. There we go. And we're going to scale it down 30%. So remember, go up here, and you can actually, 30% is option, hit 30%. And then we're going to rotate it 12 degrees. So go up to your rotation here and type in 12, like that. We're going to put that in the left corner just outside the left margin. I'll make sure you select the logo. So somewhere in there, whatever you think looks good. For that, we're going to do a drop shadow as well on this logo to make it pop out. So go to your effects, drop shadow again. We're going to do the 5. Oops, 0.05. A big shadow. There we go. And then everything else pretty much can stay the same. Hit OK. Didn't really show up, did it? Try it again. Effects, drop shadow. There we go. Now it's showing up. Okay. All right. So next part. You can start looking, like I said earlier, on what's making your own design decisions. We've done that all year, so with InDesign it's going to be the same. And like I said, I'm going to have less of where to tell you to put things, and you guys are going to do it on your own. So we're going to adjust. Let's look and see what could change, make a better design layout. I will be providing less information. Adjust letting to make spacing more consistent if at all possible. You don't have to split characters over gutter. If you don't want to, maybe change the 60 point to 56 point. Looking for the familiar beach getaway text. So we're going to grab this text now. I think it's all connected. That is. Okay, so we're going to grab this text. So I'll have this text for you in a document that you can copy and paste that you'll have to format. And we're going to zoom out and place it up where it needs to go. And it should be Gill Sands. 20 point black, and we're going to align it left. So it's at 16. We're going to do 20 points. And we're going to make sure it's centered between like these maroon lines, in between the headline text and white line with smart guides. So where is looking for the ultimate beach getaway? I'm sorry, I didn't. Okay, this is what we need bigger. Okay, so that's part. You make a box. We're going to center it through here, paste it through here. This is what's going to be 20. I'm going to center it in there. Make sure it's 20. So there we go. Just kind of center on there. Is that it? It's kind of hard to read, isn't it? I think we're off a little bit on our words. I'm not sure why there's so much. There we go. I had too many in there. Oops. You can arrange it how you want, or you could click on the beach scene and kind of move it over so you have more blue sky. So that is a little bit more legible. So that's always an option too. So play with that. There's no right or wrong as long as that is legible, because that's important that people can see that. Then we're going to copy and paste this section, and this is what should be 16 points. Nope, we didn't get it all. And Gill Sands, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be bold as well. So the Welcome Paradise 16, yeah, bold. It should be white filled and left page, text frame with left page, left and right margins guide. So where it's lined up, now we're going to take the Hyatt Regency Canal Bay text, set up to the same size thread columns that are 3.6 wide columns. So you can go ahead and set those up. So you can kind of see here at the bottom where you can get to 3.5. So we're a little over there. Right in there. Bring down the margin, and then you can hold down Option and drag, and then use your other column. And then on the right page, we're going to left align and bottom margin to overflow the text. So again, I'll have this text ready for you guys. See how that's all together. So we're going to click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's all copied, right? So we're going to copy that, and we're going to click over here. We're going to hit paste, and then you zoom in again if you remember how to overflow text. Click on the dot, click in the next box. You still have some over here, so click the box again. We're going to draw the 3.5 box again, right there, and hit paste, and then you can do it one more time. Same height, and then it should all fit and be even there. So looks like we're still a little big. Let's see what font we're supposed to be. It's supposed to be 12-point font, so which I think we may be at. So I think we'll just make, so if it's still not fitting, just make your boxes a little bit bigger. You should fit it all. Not quite there. A little bit bigger. You want to stay in the margins, so you may have to 2, 3, 4, 5, may go down just 1 to make that all fit. There's more. I guess they don't fit at all. Interesting. Oh gosh, they have a lot in there. Oh, so anyway, they don't do the 4 seasons, so make it big enough to 12, and then after the 4 seasons, just make sure that's all deleted. So you could. There we go. So that should all fit now. Shrink that box back up. Okay, so there's your 2-page spread. You definitely have the freedom of kind of playing with fonts, but it should look similar to this. I'm going to have you go ahead and save it, file save as, an InDesign file, and put it in your folder. You should. There's also one other step I'm going to have you start doing every time you turn an assignment, and it's called packaging your stuff together. So we've talked about print before, but in InDesign, this is why InDesign is good for print, is they have this thing under File Package, which the File Package, what it does to you, for you, is gives everything a summary of links, your pictures, your fonts, your links, images, your color links, print settings. So this is something you would hand over to a printer. So they have everything they need to print your files. It's kind of like their way of outlining their text and just reensuring that it's ready for print. So file package, make sure that looks right, and you're going to hit package. So we got to say, I have to save it first. So let me go and save it. What other? So go and save it where it should be saved. This is under week 6. And again, save it with your last name, first initial, and beach, and hit save. So now this is your package deal. So save it in the same spot. And then you want to make sure you see where it has a copy of the fonts, a copy of the links. It includes all the information you need. And then you hit package. And you just telling you about copyright and how you have, you can't really send copyrighted things over, but then it's saved. Now how it looks when you go look at it, so if you go into where you packaged it up in your Google Drive, you will see in package 6 how I have the top 10 beach, J. Michael Beach folder. If you go into it, it has the InDesign file, it has all the images I used, it has the packaged file there, has the links of the pictures. So then when you go to edit this, then there's the fonts. So you should be able to open it as a printer. So the printer you would send over this whole package. So that's how you're going to start doing every InDesign file. You would have to upload this whole folder in a Google Classroom somehow. But this is how you would need to do it to finish it. So that is what you'll need to do to finish week 6. Thanks, guys.